What's up, everybody? This is your boy X-Men 1991 coming to you back again with another anniversary rant. Happy birthday to Snooki, Miley Cyrus, Corrupt, and Sally Richardson. Before I get started with this rant, I got some breaking news to all the hip hop fans. It seems like we're losing way too many of our legends, especially in their 50s and 60s, and especially before they even make it to C60. Y'all know TJ Swan, who sings on Biz Markie's records, Make the Music Nobody Beats the Biz, Will Check It. Back in the days before Biz began, he usually tried to talk to this girl named Fran, a type of female with fly Gucci wear, with big trunk jewelry and extensions in her hair. When Swan trying to kick it, she always fessed talking about, "Nigga, please, you work for UPS." Yeah, that TJ Swan, who sings the hooks on Biz song Nobody Beats the Biz and Make the Music with Your Mouth Biz. That's who TJ Swan was. He was also a member of the Juice Crew with Biz, Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap and DJ Polo, MC Shannon, DJ Molly Ma, Roxanne Shante, DJ Mr. C, Tragedy Gaddafi, Granddaddy IU, and DJ Cool V. He was part of that group from the early 80s to the early 90s. We now have 5 members of the Juice Crew that are deceased. Biz Markie, DJ Polo, DJ Mr. C, Granddaddy IU, and now TJ Swan. 5 of those Juice Crew members are deceased. It's going to hit different listening to Nobody Beats the Biz and Make the Music with Your Mouth Biz, because both Biz Markie and now TJ Swan are not here anymore. My condolences and prayers go to TJ Swan's family. And as like we always do, we got to bow our heads in a moment of silence for TJ Swan. He's definitely going to be missed. He was the Nate Dogg before the Nate Dogg. He was the OG King of Hooks before Nate Dogg. Rest in peace to TJ Swan, December 10th, 1966 to November 22nd, 2024. Thank you. Now let's talk about these 2 albums. November 23rd, 1999, Nas released his 4th album, Nastradamus, under Ill Will and Columbia Records, 8 months after releasing his 3rd album, I Am. This album hit number 7 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart and was certified platinum. Nas became the 3rd hip hop artist to release 2 platinum albums the same year, with DMX being the 2nd and Tupac being the 1st. 2 singles are You Owe Me and Nostradamus, with guest appearances from Genuine, Mobb Deep, Ronald Isley, Nashawn, Bravehearts, and that's it. Surprised he do not have AZ guest appearance on his album. AZ wasn't guest appearance on I Am either. The only guest appearance on the I Am album were Baby Oil, Sean Baby Oil Combs, DMX, Aaliyah, and Scarface. Looking back on this 25 years later, as critics say, this is one of Nas's weakest albums, and it was. I am not a fan of this album. That's why I prefer I Am over Nostradamus, because I feel like Nas was trying to jump into the mainstream when he released his album. He did make a comeback when he released Stillmatic in 2001. But Nostradamus, this album was not my cup of coffee. But I will give it credit. It's better than Lil Wayne, The Block is Hot, and Eminem, The Slim Shady LP. But other than that, I am not a fan of this Nas album. Not one of his best albums, but not one of his worst ones either. But nah, I prefer I Am over this. But regardless, You Owe Me, Nostradamus, and Family are my favorite songs on the album. But yeah, I wasn't feeling this album at all. What do you guys think about Nostradamus? Do you think it was a disappointing album by Nas? Or do you think it's better than I Am? Just let me know, man. I was not feeling this album at all. And now this album. Jessica Simpson released her debut album, Sweet Kisses, on the same day, also under Columbia Records. This album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and was certified double platinum. With 3 singles, I Want to Love You Forever, Where Are You, and I Think I'm in Love with You. With guest appearances from her ex, Nick Lachey, and Destiny's Child. This is definitely one of the best, definitely one of the best 90s pop albums. It was also produced to capitalize on the same success as the pop version of Trish Stratus, Christina Aguilera, and Britney Spears. Matter of fact, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, and Jessica Simpson all released their debut albums in the same year. Britney Spears released Baby One More Time, Christina Aguilera released her self-titled album, and Jessica Simpson released this album. How iconic is that? That is amazing how those 3 pop singers released their debut albums the same year. Which debut album of these 3 do I think is better? I don't know. But I'm going to leave it up to y'all. Which debut album from these 3 pop singers do you think is better? Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, or Christina Aguilera? But anyway, now let's talk about this movie. Today has been 30 years since one of my favorite movies of the 90s was released in theaters, A Low Down Dirty Shame. This movie was written, directed, and starring the legend himself, Keenan Ivory Wayans, as former LAPD detective Andre Shane, who owns A Low Down Dirty Shame Investigations, with his assistant Peaches Jordan. Like I said, we have Keenan Ivory Wayans as Shane, Jada Pinkett Smith as Peaches, Charles S. Dunton as Sonny Rothmiller, Andrew DeVove as Mendoza, birthday girl Sally Richardson as Angela. Sally Richardson was 27 when this movie was released on her birthday. Now, 30 years later, she's 57. Sally Richardson was fine in this movie back then, and she's still fine now. The late Corwin Hawkins as Wayman Harrington, Andrew Shafir as Beanard, Kim Wayans as Diane. That's nice that Keenan Ivory Wayans decided to cast his only sister to be in this movie. Do y'all think A Low Down Dirty Shame still holds up 30 years later? I believe so. The soundtrack of the movie was released 2 weeks before the movie came out on November 8th. It debuted at number 70 on the Billboard 200 and number 14 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart and was certified gold. It features 5 singles: Turn It Up, Down for Whatever, Get the Girl, Grab the Money and Run, I Can Go Deep, and of course, Shame. The artists that were on this soundtrack is, of course, Robert Kelly, Zayn, Nothing Nice, Rajani, Changing Faces, Tevin Campbell, Aaliyah, High Five, Fooshniggins, Casual, Eric Sermon and Redman, Organized Confusion featuring Q-Tip, UGK, Smooth, Who else is on this album? Silk. The song that's on this album by you on the soundtrack by UGK, Front Back Side to Side, is also on their second album. Got front, back, and side to side. Never let bitch ass niggas ride. But yeah, Low Down Dirty Shame is one of my favorite movies. It still holds up looking back on it 30 years later. Thank you, Keenan Ivory Wayans, for writing, directing, and starring in this amazing movie. Corwin Hawkins died 3 months before the movie was released. He died from AIDS at 29, just like Eazy-E. Both Eazy-E and Corwin Hawkins died from AIDS the same year. Eazy-E died on March 26 of 1995, and then months later, Corwin Hawkins died from AIDS on August 5th of 1990. No, Corwin Hawkins died nearly a year before Eazy-E did with AIDS, but still, that's just sad. If Corwin Hawkins was still alive, he would have been 59. Imagine what his career would have been like if he was still here. But still, he died before the movie was released. That's just sad. But that's going to wrap up my rant celebrating 25 years of Jessica Simpson's debut album, Sweet Kisses, Nas, Nastradamus, and 30 years of A Low Down Dirty Shame. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for my next anniversary rant, and I'll be back tomorrow doing a recap of today's college football game between the Kentucky State Wildcats and the Texas Longhorns. Happy 25th anniversary to Nas, Nastradamus, Jessica Simpson, Sweet Kisses, and 30th anniversary to A Low Down Dirty Shame. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.